Good evening. It is Wednesday, the 13th of May, 2026, just gone 8 p.m. UK time. And this is the 45-day Global Funk Fam Talk Show, episode 7. There's been a lot of sevens recently. We've had 7 years of seven, celebrating 7 years of 45 day. We'll be talking about lots of different things during this show. We have my guest, but he's also the co-host of this, really, Welsh Swanny. We've then also got our special guest from the Global Funk Fam community, Towlie, and then we've got a guest from the 45-day community. We've got Neil from Funky Gunners, who's going to be talking all things about We Love 45's Dundee. So what we're going to do is going to get Welsh Swanny on. There he is.
Hello.
Right. So how are you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. I'm all right. It's very sunny up here in the north of the Wales today, and yeah, it's busy times. It's busy admin times, so we'll talk about it all.
That's good, because watching the show back from last time, you were talking about how Cybreak says it always rains in Wales.
It definitely wasn't raining half an hour ago. I was struggling to stay cold, but yeah, it may rain overnight, so we'll see.
Here we are, and we are at show 7 already. I can't believe it.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, isn't it? And it's whenever I do the scripts for these, I'm like, oh, is it that much already? It's good. There's been a lot of guests as well. There's been a lot of really cool stuff going on.
Yeah, it's been cool. And I think it sort of gives an insight into our communities, obviously the Global Funk Fam, the 45 day, that there is so much going on outside of Twitch as well, because obviously we're all on Twitch and a lot of us met on Twitch and we all started there, but there's so much going on outside. And watching back the show from last time in Chalky 99, it was interesting about his entry for the DJ competition was inspired a little bit by being streamer on Twitch, and that helped to get him the gig. So it's interesting to see the artists coming forward and people like OP1, who we'll talk about later. But
yeah, that's really cool, and it is a nice thing, and to bring those guys in and for them to have a chance to talk about themselves as well. You know, that's quite a big deal, because again, as you know, during COVID, either these are people that just started, or they're people who were gigging and touring and stuff, but never really kind of did this kind of stuff. So no, it's really cool. I think it's nice.
Obviously, we've got Welsh Swanny, the events manager for the Global Funk Fam. We've got our special guest Towlie coming up later, one of the GFF's DJs and also one half of Lowkonic. And then we'll be joined from the 45-day community, Neil from Funky Gunners, who are putting on the very first We Love 45's Dundee event, our first event there. So we're going to chat to him a little bit about it, look at the flyers. So another packed show.
And then you're going straight into your show as well. No stop, no breath.
Yes. So today's Raiders of the Lost Art. So straight after this, I'm going to be playing a set, which, yeah, it's a raid train that's been going a long time. I think I was on the very first one by Love Respect Music and DJ Marky Fresh, and I've got a monthly residency. So yeah, it's going to be fun to have that afterwards. We talked about Mad Cool Festival with Chalky 99.
Yeah, cool video, and it's up on the YouTube now, isn't it? I saw it. I was kind of watching it. I was referencing this. That was
yes.
Fun.
Yes, I'm going to try and get this one up a bit sooner, because at the moment it seems to be the day before. But it's great watching it back actually and seeing, oh, this is what we were doing a month ago. Yeah. Now, what we were talking about is we had 2 DJ competitions. You guys were doing one, but I'd also launched the 4.5 minutes of 45s. Watching back the video from last month, I think I said then, oh, I think we've got like 5 submissions and I'm hoping that we'll get like 10 finalists and then we'll see how it goes. We ended up getting 25 entries. I recorded one, and then we had a showcase from DJ D and DJ Robert Smith from Dusty Donuts. So it was incredible. It turned into a 2-hour show,
right?
25 entries, and we had 4 judges. We had Mr. Big Mouth, who's been a guest on the show.
Yeah.
We had Danny Bounce. We had Cut Class, and we also had DJ Buckwild, who you met and would have met at the Global Funk Fam JFB party, because he's a good mate. So Nick Dunn.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it went through. Yeah. So it went through. We played all 25. The judges gave their decisions, and we had a winner. The winner was Rolly from Dusty Donuts crew in Germany. We had in second place Simon T, who did a really great doubles and all sorts of really cool stuff. And then we had in third place Freddie J, who obviously you may know.
He's awesome, yeah.
Fourth place, and interestingly, we might hear his name later, was DJ OP1.
Nice. Congrats, all the winning.
It was a lot of fun. But anyway, let's watch it's about 5 minutes of all the entries, and it just gives you a feel, people's different setups, people who what they're doing. We had some that were just selectors, some who were just playing music for 4.5 minutes, and then turntablists. So here you go. Let's have a look.
Oh, come on, Charlie, get up!
Yeah! Send the 18, till you're down on it, and it's sure to be changing ways. The big cheater, leader, that's a real big leader. A vibe like a reminisce. And the best thing, love it, brother, sister, and your cousin. And it starts with a little kiss, like this version, it's way from
Old school players to new school rules. Chaos keep it jumping like kangaroos.
Incredible.
Smith Wesson, I unload
6 spit, the quick wit could split a split second. A bomb with a lit wit expression. You hear it tick tick, then you test it. My saliva and spit, the split thread and the fiber and bit. So trust me, I'm as live as it gets.
You know what?
DJ D was the one who inspired the idea in the first place. She was like, in the DMC, they'd taken away the vinyl category, which she'd been entering. And she was like, well, there's a bit of a loophole here. You know, why don't you have a look at doing like a 45s event? And that's where it sort of came to my idea of 4.5 minutes of 45s. But yeah,
That's wicked, mate.
that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. We also talked about the Always Balling Club t-shirt. We've sold over half already. We've got 45. Half of them already. Thank you so much. So don't snooze.
Wow.
And then we talked about the competition for the Global Funk Fam DJs to play at Shindig. So that's finished. So what happened with that? Tell us the results.
Yeah, we're all done with that. Congratulations to Big Faces again, who are in the chat, and DJ OP1, who, as you've just said, is won one of your competitions too. It's amazing. So yeah, super loads of talent. Really excited for them. The mixes were all voted on by public as well, and you know, over all of the socials, and really excited for everyone to see them again. OP1's played, you know, a fair few club gigs and pub gigs, as have Big Faces, you know, both big DJs in their own areas as well. So really looking forward to seeing what they can bring to Shindig. And I think Big Faces' first time to Shindig as well. So probably quite exciting for those guys. So yeah, big ups. And you'll be coming along as well. Obviously, we're going to talk a little bit about that. But
yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. Obviously, yeah, OP1, you will have seen him in that clip, and he came fourth in the 4.5 minutes of 45s competition. So he did really well. He's got a great set. But obviously, if anyone wants to check those out, there is a web page on the website, which has got like a search function. You can search for the DJ, see the people who came first, second, third, and it's all on YouTube, the whole final with the judging, and then each individual submission. So yeah, go and check them out.
Surely it's got to be who came first, second, and 33 and a third. All right.
Well, maybe next year, if we get 33 submissions, there will be a 33. But it's already evolving. I think next year there's going to be 2 categories. We're going to have one for the turntablists and then one for the sort of selectors. So people who just want to play music, you know, you know, because that then opens it up a little bit. People don't get sort of frightened away thinking it's turntablist only. Let's bring on our first guest, shall we? So talking of awesome DJs from the Global Funk Fam, we've got Towlie DJ. Welcome in, Towlie. Great to have you on the show. So I'll pass you over to Swanny. So yeah, you guys obviously are connected through the Global Funk Fam. Tell us what's happening.
Towlie will be playing at Shindig as Lowkonic, but has been, you know, a GFF DJ from pretty early on, really. And I just wanted to give a chance to have a chat about how he came into the GFF and talk about Lowkonic and how that came about as well. And yeah, it's been quite a fun ride. Hey, mate.
I noticed I haven't quite got a crown on the Thursday freestyle ones.
I didn't do those. I've got to admit.
I did about the 4th one. No, I was in early. I wasn't in quite from day one though. But yeah, no, I mean, I got involved with the GFF more by accident than anything. Well, it's lockdown and we were all bored, and I wanted to play some tunes on Facebook. So it was in my old basement flat, in from the ceiling over my deck, so you could just see my hands. And I was playing probably just lots of ghetto funk. And then Crash Party messaged and said, it wasn't even on Twitch at that point. It was just streaming Funk Fam on Facebook. And I said, yeah, I'd love to give that a go. Yeah, it just kind of snowballed from there every Thursday for probably just under 6 years.
I was the train driver for Thursday Freestyle for a while. We have drivers of each of the events. So every day of the week, there's a different train. And I was looking after the Thursday one. So it's been really fun working with Liam over the years. And for Shindig 24, I think you were playing Church of Love back then. Was that when you first started to partner with Jonah then?
Versatile, the other half of Lowkonic. So we knew each other from Shindig. We'd sort of talk music and stuff. The first time we played together was a local festival in Devon called Funk Up the Farm. He was playing on the stage called the Pig Pen, which, as the name suggests, is a pig pen. And he was on last on the stage, and we'd been chatting a bit because we'd met at Shindig. At the last 5 minutes, he was like, "Do you want to come up, do a little back to back?" And then the guy who ran the stage was like, "Oh, this is cool, keep going." we had pretty much the entire festival. Stage was kept open an extra hour and a half. We kept thinking, oh, this will be our last tune. So we're like, all right, make it a good one. After that, we're like, oh, that was loads of fun. I don't always enjoy going back to back with other DJs, but that was really, really good. And then he put some little thing for his birthday up in Kent, so we did a back to back there. And then actually we did a 45 set at Shindig when X-Ray Ted did his 45s thing on the Church of Love. So me and him did, I don't know, it's about 15 minutes of playing 45s back to back. First time we'd been named on a lineup as Lowkonic.
Was it Shindig last year? That's the set we're going to see of Mini Rig Sub Bus. Yeah, which is one of the stages at Shindig. Yeah, last year we had, I think it was 8 artists total on there. And we got all those sets on our YouTube channel. And that's the one that we're going to see of Towlie's and Jonah's or other Lowkonic shortly. But yeah, really nice to see that come to life, over the past couple of years. And I don't know if there's anything that about the style and the tone of it, the way that you guys are bringing something slightly different, because it's not just jump up, or there was started off as a bit of swing and electro, and then it's just something a little different. What sort of, not put it into a genre, but how would you sort of classify it? Who'd you put yourselves in comparison to, and that sort of stuff?
We started playing quite a lot more, I don't know, kind of lo-fi stuff, and then we really found our sound when we made we just made a stupid little garage bootleg, the Megan Thee Stallion tune. It was very kind of deep sub bass, but there was a bit of samba. There was all these like funky samples over it. And so we both really tried to make our own tunes, but really try and find tunes that fit into, it's mostly garage and jungle. There's a real sound that we try and find that's a little bit, it's not as like the really jump uppy dubsteppy kind of sounds, but it's still really filthy and energetic, because Lowkonic is sort of low key iconic, so we're trying to hit that almost slightly more low key.
Do you know,
but
I'm
still really energetic and heavy.
I don't know how I'm only just realizing that. Nice.
Oh,
nice wordplay.
Anyway, that's just how it came up. Yeah.
That's really cool, man. And like I say, everyone's going to see a bit of that kind of style coming up in a bit anyway, and we're going to get some more chat about the Shindig stuff.
Cool. Right, we'll be speaking to you soon. Yeah, I mean, obviously a month is a long time in both our communities. So much goes on. Obviously, since last time 45 Day 2026 is finished, 7 years celebrating 7-inch vinyl. It was just crazy. We started at G-Shock Radio on the 1st of May in Carnaby Street in London on Cut Class's Just Good Beats show. And we went in and we did a back-to-back set, a sort of little mini interview as well, hung out, bought some records, which was good fun. And that was part of One Raid Train, FFFRR. And then we had Day 2, which was Coffee and Donuts, and the 45 Day 2026 Awards, which we've got a little reel here. So let's show this.
Oh, nice.
There's no sound. This is just basically the prize winners. So some people who've won it lots of times, like Coco, some people who've never won it before. So yeah, here we go.
Sweet. I don't know if that's sound on it or not. The sound's not coming through.
There's no sound.
Fair.
I'll add some music over on the edit.
Over the top.
Yes. We should just talk. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Sideshow Moore was blown away for winning Best 45s hip hop DJ. But it's the community. This is my community. This is my reach. These are the people who day to day people appreciate watching and listening to on Twitch. And obviously, yes, there's the superstars like Coco, and got obviously Mr. Thing, and we've also got DJ Robert Smith. But it's also people who just stream, and people enjoy them for their best music. So it's great.
It's really nice, isn't it? Stuff like this. I love where award shows can mix big names with people that are just starting out, because there's so much creativity going on. There's so much cool stuff, and that's what DJing for me is all about. It's great to have big names pushing genres, but there's so much creative stuff happening.
But it's also a thing with Twitch, isn't it? I think it was like the great leveler, especially if you look at some certain like Raid Train flyers, and you'll be like, oh, Scratch Bastard, and you got Flip Out, and then you've got the Funk Hunters, and you got Sam Tweaks and all these amazing people. And it's just crazy that Twitch has allowed that to happen. And I think that's now seeping into the real world a little bit as well.
Yeah, And no more so with that, with the Shindig stuff again, Shindig. But there's lots of other stuff happening for funk fan folks around the world. Again, we've got stage managers, we've got programmers, we've got producers, we've got all sorts in the fam spread everywhere. So it's really nice to see them all come together as well and kind of share info and just have normal chats. Whereas previously it would be, okay, shall I message them on Insta? Should I try and get in touch? And it's just kind of like, say, been that leveler where people have had the confidence to go, oh, I'm an artist as well. Yeah, I'll have a chat.
And it's just being part of something bigger, isn't it? You can say I'm part of the Global Funk Fam, or I'm part of 45 Day, I'm part of We Love 45s. And I think it's easier to go and try and achieve something or get booked or contact someone if you're doing it under someone else's brand, isn't it? As a DJ, and I think you said this to me before, when you come to Shindig, make sure you record It's Me at Shindig as an artist. We need to remember to do that, don't we, as artists, to sort of push ourselves, but also push our brands and things that are going forwards.
100%. Yeah, totally. It's the same with artists in a creative industry, really. Some are laser focused on producing the stuff, and that's cool. You also need to get it out there, and if you want to do something like a DJ as a career, or be a painter or a glassmaker or whatever, you have to spend equal amounts of time promoting yourself and getting your message out there, really. So there's ways and nice ways and easy ways to do it. I think is just do what works for you, and share with others.
Yeah, I'm going to quickly whiz through the rest of the stuff we had. So on day 3, which was the Sunday, we did We Love 45's Cambridge. And at the same time, there was events going on in the Netherlands and also in Panama City, which is one of our first international events that we did. And then we came back to the Monday where we had a live stream. We had the 4.5 minutes of 45's final. And then we had 45 dubs, which is on day 5, which is 45 minutes of dubs and reggae. Then we did another crazy thing. We did 45 Raiders, going back to the original format me and Sam Tweaks used to have, which was 15-minute sets, 4 DJs, 2 rounds. Across 7 hours, I got 28 DJs to do 15-minute sets of 45s. But it's a lot of fun, and it just brought back the original fun nature of Twitch and people getting involved. It was great. And then we ended that with 45's Got It Covered special on day 7. It was like 8 events across 7 different cities, plus 7 days of Twitch events. So yeah,
I'm loving how these things are not just targets for you, really. They're just like, well, no, it's 45, so we have to do 45 days. It's not.
Well, at some point there may be a 45-day festival, but I think we'll see what happens. I'm going to bring our next guest in, and then we'll check that all the sound and everything's all right, and then I'll take you off, and then we'll come back in. Hey, Neil.
Hi, Criztoz.
Great to see you. We've obviously spoken on the phone, done a bit of messaging and stuff like that, and it's great to finally sort of meet almost in person. Maybe sometime soon. Let's start, because you've not been on my show before, so let's have a quick sort of backdrop and find out a little bit more about you. So in terms of you getting into music from a young age, who was it who first got you into music, and what sort of music were you into?
Well, me personally, I've been into all kinds of music in my life. I think I was originally into a lot of kind of like live music, I guess, kind of bands and stuff. But then around my 20s, I started to kind of diversify my tastes a wee bit and start getting into a wider range of music. Things like DJ Shadow, I guess, was a big one for me, kind of first getting into the idea of turntablism and listening to more produced-sized music and hip-hop and stuff. And yeah, I listened to everything. I still listen to all kinds of music. Yeah, I'm a big fan of lots of things. But then when I was in my kind of mid-20s, I kind of started doing a wee bit of DJing and kind of doing stuff like that. But then I kind of fell out of it. About 10 years ago, I moved back to Dundee and started to get to know people locally who were doing stuff, and got involved in the DJing community here and got really back into it. And then after COVID, that's when me and some of the guys really got started with Funky Gunners and set up the Open Decks night that we host every Tuesday in the Gunners Bar in Broughty Ferry.
It's amazing, because I've obviously been following what you've been doing, and obviously we connected. You've done some 45-day mixes, another great one this year. And then also you went along to We Love 45's Glasgow, which is Ouija. And Glasgow was the original city. It wasn't called We Love 45's then, but it was the original first event we'd done coming out of COVID. It was in 2021. And the restrictions were slightly different in Scotland to England at the time. So we still had to wear masks, only 2 people in the record shop, and it was a nightmare. But that's where it started. And it's incredible to see the journey to you guys putting on your own We Love 45's Dundee event on Saturday.
Yeah, it's funny how that happened, because of course we didn't know about the We Love 45 stuff in Glasgow. We kind of connected with you online, I guess, through Instagram and Twitch and stuff. We found you, and that's how we started doing the 45-day mixes the last few years, just recording them and uploading them Mixcloud. And then I think through that, just kind of getting to know the community online, we realised there was an event in Glasgow, and because it was being held in a record shop, we knew it was in Some Great Reward. We got in touch with Faye I, and she had room for a couple of slots for two of us to come through. So Brian and I went and played that event, and we met Wee G and Sai and folk. It was great.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Each event we've done generates more interest and people going away and saying, I want to do something like this, because it's happened in the Netherlands. Because over there we did an event in Amsterdam, and then people were like, oh, I'd like to do one in Hengelo and in Shada. I want to do one in Rotterdam. And we've done them. And it's great to see, because we started as well in Edinburgh. So we've done Edinburgh, we've done Glasgow, and now obviously Dundee. One year, maybe next year, we'll come up and I'll do a little tour, because there's like Aberdeen as well. We can go and see Keith Fowler. We'll do a little 45s tour around Holland. It'll be great fun.
Yeah. We've actually got someone for our event coming down from Aberdeen to play as well. Kid Pro Quo is going to do a set, and he's a serious turntablist, so that's exciting.
Yeah, well, let's have a look at the flyer.
Oh yeah, this is the video.
Well, one, it looks great. Two, obviously, it's amazing to see these events being like an all-day thing, because it's, again, recreating what we've done here on Twitch. We started doing like a raid train. Obviously, I know you're not from Twitch, but we're going to be hopefully streaming on this channel on Saturday from the thing, hopefully. But obviously, we create, and we talked about the last 6 years, the Thursday Freestyle on the Global Funk Fam. We create a lineup and say, right, this is the DJ lineup for this day. And then it's all day, and people come and go, drop in for a little bit in the morning, come back. And it's the same with these all-day events. It's 12 hours. So you might get people who pop in maybe with the kids or whatever early on, go back, one of them comes back, or drop the kids off or whatever. And it's something that people can just come and go to, knowing it's a good vibe all day because of what it is.
That's the hope. Yeah. it's funny. It's the first one. So we're hoping, we've been pushing it hard. We've got lots of posters around, been talking to people, getting folk excited. So but I think that's exactly what will happen. The people we've got involved, it was interesting hearing your conversation earlier, because a lot of it mirrors what we are kind of seeing this event as. You've got some quite big names, people coming from a wee bit further afield, Glasgow and Aberdeen, who don't play in Dundee often. We've got other people who are maybe well known in the kind of Dundee scene, names like Sono and Lux Lucas, Dundee Dub Club, Fubby play, and who people will maybe know, although they might play something quite different, because that's the nature of a 7-inch 45-minute set. It kind of gives people freedom to be a bit more creative. But then we've also got other people who maybe do slightly different things in the music scene. So like Dundee Radio Club are more kind of like curators. They organise listening festivals. Big Rock Records are kind of concert promoters in the area, but they're going to come and play sets. And then we've got other people like Elia is one of our regulars on a Tuesday night at Open Decks. We kind of had a chat with him, and he said he was keen to do a set, but that'll be like the first time he's really played in a space like that. So it's a real sort of mix of quite high profile people and people kind of doing it for the first time.
It's exactly, and I think it's because it's a community, people want to get involved, and especially certainly from the 45s thing, it's an easy entry into the thing. You don't have to have the latest computer, you don't have to have the latest software. If you've got records and you can put them on a deck, which most people can, you can get involved.
Exactly.
You don't expect turntablism. We do get turntablists, and when they come along and they play crazy double sets and scratching and all sorts of stuff, it's a real bonus and it's a real privilege, but they do it because they want to be part of something bigger.
Exactly. I'm excited to kind of get everyone in the room together and see what people come up with.
And we found that obviously everyone then just gets a bit nerdy. Everyone's talking about records and, you know, showing off what they've got in their box, what they're going to play. People pick out stuff that they wouldn't necessarily play out before, or weird stuff or unusual stuff. And yeah, it's great that you guys are doing it, and I'm looking forward to seeing it at some point soon. But all being well, that'll be on from 6 p.m. on Saturday on here on this channel. But you are starting I think you were saying you're doing the first part, weather permitting, outside.
It's Scotland, so yeah, weather permitting. Certainly, yeah. They've got 2 DJ booths at Canvas. They've got an outside one and an inside one. You can play the music outside even if we're set up inside. But the plan is ideally we set up outside, start there, and then depending on the weather and when the time's right, we move inside, probably around 6, because that way it's going to be easier to live stream from inside as well, I think, just with Wi-Fi. So
fantastic. Okay, well, it's great to have you on the show. We're going to say goodbye for now, but we'll be in touch. And in the meantime, we'll get Swanny back on.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for everything you do. Appreciate it.
No, thank you. Thank you for being part of it. Thank you for being part of this journey. But yeah, right, we're back, Swanny.
Very cool.
Well, it's interesting, obviously, that he was saying that obviously some of what you do and what you talk about mirrors, isn't it? It's great that it's the same sort of community spirit and it's working in similar ways in different formats.
Yeah, it's people coming together, and I love this about with all these new platforms, with all this new arguments and conversations about AI, and there's a lot of communities coming together in different ways, which is still what people have done for years. So I'm really pleased to see that. You know, it's really nice.
Towlie, there he is. Shall we talk a little bit about obviously what Global Funk Fam are doing at Shindig?
Yeah, we're sort of up by where the dig in is. So there's us, the graffitiators, who were there last year as well. They do like graffiti battles to music, which is super cool.
Wow.
And then next to us is Incapable Staircase Radio. So they're doing radio from the festival as well, for the people at the festival. Obviously, we'll be live streaming from the live lounge, a number of different sets over Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So yeah, quite a lot going on there. And as you can imagine in the background, lots and lots of work going on. This Sunday coming up, we've got the countdown stream. So every month leading up to Shindig, we do a stream of celebrated DJs and headliners that have played Shindig, which is super cool. So previously we've had JFB, we've had the Allergies, we've had WFX, had some really, really cool people on that. So this Sunday will be OP1, the Big Faces, both winners of the competition, and then Shed of Dread, who run the Shindig family Facebook as well. Go there and check out some more of that. And then Hong Kong Ping Pong. Also, again, Towlie will be playing a set in the live lounge as well as in the sub bus, and we'll see your sub bus set in a bit. I don't know, Towlie, is there anything you want to say about like the style and last year and this year? And
sort of what I was saying earlier about it's shown quite well in that sub bus set. It's lots of very recognisable things, lots of sub bass, and a little Global Funk Fam related edit that I made as well is in there somewhere. Might be getting another play. I'd love to have made a new version for this year. Might just be the same one again.
Fair.
Lots of new tunes we've made this year. There's going to be a lot more of our own stuff in it this year for sure. Spent a lot of the last few weeks trawling SoundCloud for its finest bootlegs to really get people dancing.
Nice. As long as you get that one remix that you sent me, the drum and bass remix, you know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah. I've never actually played that track live, so maybe
there you go. Nice excuse. Quick fun fact: Towlie almost made me cry on the Shindig of 2024. I think it was on the Sunday. He did a gospel set, and it was like the end of the weekend after all the emotions have built up. Perfect Sunday afternoon where it's just like, I'm so proud. It was really cool to see, but yeah, it was a lot of emotions coming out.
Amazing. Shall we look at a couple of the flyers?
Yeah, I was going to say. So we've got that, but we've got you as well, Criztoz. So let's have a look
I'm really excited. Yeah,
let's have a look at your flyer. Yeah, a number of showcases that we've got. So yours being one of them on the, he says Friday afternoon. Really looking forward to that. Yeah, what can we expect from you, mate?
I imagine there'll be a mix of covers, maybe some funk and a bit more upbeat stuff. I don't know. I did the countdown stuff and I ended up going a bit ravey, so I may sort of play that towards the end. So I don't know. I think it's going to be an interesting hour of basically just saying, this is what I do.
Yeah,
and that photo, actually, going to say thank you to DJ Minka. She part of our 45 We Love 45's Netherlands thing, and that's from Innocent on Halloween, and you can just see my cape that I'm wearing. So it's great to have that photo on there. 'Cause that was great. That's a great memory. But we've got some more. So let's get up.
Yeah,
the
super cool.
others.
So the other ones, we
Uh,
have got Scratch Cafe showcase as well, which is Mr. Big Mouth and Ollie. So they'll be doing a
That's not the
turntablism.
Scratch Cafe, but that is.
That's all right. We don't. I don't think I sent you that flyer. Sorry. And then we've also got mini mixers who will be helping teach kids to DJ as well, with a very special guest, JFB. And then we've got Carnivalism and Criztoz, who's just popped in the chat as well. So yeah, Matt and Criztoz will be taking over for an hour to show us what they do. Chris will also be helping behind the scenes with the Twitch stream. Matt got involved with the countdown stream that we did recently, and also friends of friends and blah blah blah. They have managed to sort out having Dom Nextmen as a headliner for their event in July in Bradford-on-Avon at the Three Horseshoes. So I'm sure Matt or Chris will furnish everybody with links in the chat, but give those guys a follow as well. Definitely worth checking out, and really looking forward to their stuff. So yeah, that's going to be really cool. Got Amy Shot You joining us as well. So Amy last year was helping us with some of the set design and things like that. For want of a better word, that was mostly on me. Blowing up stuff, but this year will be coming to do her own sort of thing at our tent as well. So that's going around taking pictures of people and giving Polaroids out, stuff like that. So yeah, definitely check her out. And then yeah, so on to you, Towlie. Look at that, Towlie and Jonah.
Yeah, this was fun. We did a photo shoot.
You done a photo shoot?
Yeah, that was weird. You put me on stage in front of crowd of people. Whatever, fine, I'm happy. Put me in front of one person with a camera, and I absolutely went to pieces. It was awful. I hope we get some of the photos that didn't make it into the shoot. Because at one point she just said to me, "Why do you look angry with the camera?" I was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to. I was trying to look cool." And yeah, I was not a natural, but yeah, there's some really, really good photos came from it. More praise to Holly, the photographer, than anything we did.
Came out nice, mate. Looks good.
And then we've also got your partnership.
Yeah, of course. We've got the Monkey Shoulder partnership that we're doing. So we have had phase 1 of our Mixcloud campaign running for a little while on the Mixcloud, and big ups to Joe and the Monkey Shoulder crew. Essentially every fortnight we have a new GFF DJ mix from around the world. Lots of different flavors, lots of different styles, and that's been going really well. And they wanted to come and join us for Shindig as well. So we'll be having some mixes from the festival put up on their Mixcloud post-festival as well. So yeah, really look forward to some of that, and kind of showing people at home those festival mixes, because not often do DJs record their mixes as much as we remind them, Liam, they don't record their mixes from festivals, do they? So we try and get some of that stuff out as well. It's going to be really cool. Looking forward to that 100%.
Thank you both for being on the show.
Nice one. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you also to Neil for being on the show earlier. Lots to talk about. We haven't yet got a date for June, but we'll be back in June, and we'll obviously see each other next week. I can't believe
Thank you
I'm
very
saying
much, everybody. Have a lovely evening. Take care of yourselves.
Balkan boys. We are Balkan boys. be alright. I don't wear shoes, I like my Crocs. I wear them on my new white socks. Party people, make some noise. We are Balkan boys. We are Balkan boys.
Do you recall not long ago when you walked on the sidewalk? Innocent, remember all we did was care for each other. The night was warm, we were bold and young. All around the window, we would only hold on to let go. Love is fire gun, please don't want to lean on. Love is fire gun, please don't want to lean on. Love is fire gun, please don't want to lean on. Love is fire gun, please somebody to lean on.
Bonkers.
I wake up every day is a daydream. Everything in my life ain't what it seems. I wake up just to go back to sleep. I act real shallow, but I'm in too deep. And all I care about is sex and violence. A heavy baseline is my kind of silence. Everybody says that I gotta get a grip, but I let sanity give me the slip.
Bonkers.
Some people think I'm bonkers, but I just think I'm free. And I'm just living my life, there's nothing crazy about me. Some people pay for thrills, but I'll get mine for free. Man, I'm just living my life, there's nothing crazy about me.
Do you recall not long ago when you walked on the sidewalk? Innocent, remember all we did was care for each other. The night was warm, we were bold and young. All around the window, we would only hold on to let go. Look, it's fire gun, need someone to lean
gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? I'm sorry, but the police are here. They've asked us to stop the party.
Label on the TikToks, now I'm making TikTok music. What he from? I need a cleanse, need a